I came to Hope Conference because I was experiencing a lot of emotional pain and suffering in my life.
About 7 years ago, my mother had a stroke.
I went through a divorce after almost 25 years of marriage, went through the death of my mom to cancer, and then also went through a job loss.
The cumulative impact of that, it just filled me with overwhelming pain, and I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't know how to express it. I didn't know how to deal with it, and just prayed that God would carry my pain.
And one day I happened to be at the YMCA, saw a poster that advertised a Hope workshop, and signed up for the workshop, met Farrah Moore through that workshop. This turned out to be one of the turning points in my life.
Just coming to the classes, meeting Cheryl, and learning how to grieve has been such a powerful experience and such a healing experience.
I wasn't able to take the Hope classes in the U.S., but a team came to Nepal, where we live.
And we had an awesome adventure in learning how to process our emotions.
Hope was something that completely changed my heart and my perspective.
It offered a way for me to heal.
Hope was a great resource for me to be able to understand how to process my feelings and all the different emotions that I was going through at that time.
The tools they gave us completely changed my perspective on how I looked at my relationships and my day-to-day experiences. And I will tell you that after the last session, I felt lighter and I felt a burden lifted off, and I know that God started healing my heart.
You could see a change in their lives, that you could see a weight lifted off of their shoulders. You could see that they were able to communicate and deal with each other.
Where everything I've learned has been applied to so many aspects of my life.
I found people at Hope that would weep with me. I found people at Hope that would hear not just what I was saying, could hear my pain and acknowledge and validate my pain.
In Nepal, we have a lot of absentee fathers. They're just not around for the raising of their kids. And one of the real joys of ministering to the Hope to our leaders is them coming to the realization that they don't have to have their children going through the same loss that they experienced. That as they walk in forgiveness, they can now be the father and mother that God has called them to be, so their kids don't have to know that area of loss.
For guys, I think sometimes it's hard for us to go out and seek that help, because we're taught to be strong and we're taught to be brave, and there's nothing wrong with reaching out and saying, I need help with being strong, I need help with being brave.
I think men and women alike would do just amazing things with this information.
We also had many of our leaders go through the Hope Workshop, and as leaders they benefited from the materials and from the teachings.
And when they're walking in forgiveness and freedom, they're ministers who can minister forgiveness and freedom to the congregations that God has brought to them.
We are stopping kids from developing patterns in their life that are self-destructive, that will hurt them later on in life, and we are teaching them how to develop appropriate ways to express emotion, deal with emotion, and empty their glass.
It's been a very fulfilling experience to facilitate the workshops and the classes, because it's allowing me to be in a position to hear other people's stories, to appreciate what they've gone through, and to help them develop the tools and the skills to have the courage to face their own pain.
I'm completely grateful for Hope. I'm completely grateful for just the tools they've given us, and my relationships with my family and my mother and my sisters, even friends, has completely changed since doing Hope.
Thank you. Thank you for what you've done for me, and for all the others who have just been blessed and benefited by what you teach us in Hope.
So I'm thankful that the Hope Workshop is not just for the layperson or for somebody who is in dire need of deep healing, but it's also for people who are seasoned leaders and are mature and want to go to a deeper level of not only healing, but also learning how to minister in a deeper way to people.
On behalf of all of us at Studio 10 Ministries in Nepal, the pastors, the people in the congregations around the villages, I want to thank Farah and Cheryl for the immense amount of work that you've put into this project. And thank all of you who are supporting them and making this stuff available so that we can get it into the lives and hearts of the people that need it.
Hope is moving forward, whether it's taking this material to an up-and-coming generation and teaching them how to deal appropriately with loss and emotion in their life, or if it's taking it to the nations and translating this material to reach people that we have never reached with this message. We need your support. We need your help. Will you partner with Hope as it moves forward?